All right. Good evening, everybody. We are back. Oh, the cameras are my night vision cameras aren't doing night vision. Give me 1 second, and I'll be right back. Oh, it looks like the one out there worked. Oh, hold on one more time here. Oh, there it goes. We are back. Oh yeah. Sometimes these cameras, they're actually not really web cameras. They're cameras that I made. They're like sort of surveillance cameras, but they're just like on these little circuit boards. And I have one, of course, in here, and then I have one out in Clyde. But tonight I actually have, because we're doing a planet, I actually have, if you want to see here, I actually have the infrared camera, or the infrared light on. I think it's like 6 or 8 infrared lights, so it lights up like daytime in there. And as you can see, we are using our Celestron C6R. It is a really big refractor telescope. It's not the greatest in the world, but it's okay. It'll be good for what we want to use it for here, which is mainly the moon. And this is actually the first time I've looked at a planet with it. I think I'm losing my voice. Anyway, so our telescope winners, they've upgraded to a new telescope, a new Celestron 5 SE, which is a very nice little SCT telescope. I think they got like a really nice sun filter and a couple lenses and all with it. Very, very cool. Well, tonight they asked what to look at, and I told them N42, and then they got a phone mount for their phone, and they did take some pictures of Saturn. I don't have them saved into here yet, but they were very good. They kind of looked almost just like you see right here on the screen. Now, planet Jupiter is super bright. I mean, it's ridiculously bright. So, right now on our C6R, we have our DS16C TEC. It's not a very sensitive camera at all, but for the moon and the planets, it's good because they're bright. And then we also have in it, we have our Mellencamp 2x Barlow in it. Basically, that doubles your image 2 times. So I think it's pretty good. But remember that the closer you focus in, the harder it is to get the further in you get, the harder it is to get a super clear focus. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And the moon is still out, and the moon is like halfway. So it is emitting a lot of light, and there's a lot of turbulence tonight. So as we look in here. So if you can see that kind of dancing around, see how that's moving? Look at that. Let me put a circle up just to show you. See how that dances around up and down? That's right, James. Uh, we are winning. Too much winning. There's never enough winning. Let's be honest. Actually, I'm home. I let the camera run all day today, and on the sun, and then I did a little bit of the moon in the daytime with this scope here. Um, but I'm actually home. Our beautiful co-host had a, a surgical procedure. She's doing fine. Just something she needed to do is kind of been not really putting it off, but she's been coping with it for a while. But she's doing well, and I stayed home a couple days here to help her out around the house because she needed it, and uh, I run back and forth in the house all the time from being out here in the observatory. I'm trying not to get involved with too much because I need to be around when she needs me to do stuff. But anyway, she always complains that we never do planets. So tonight we are doing Jupiter. But look at that dance around. If you can see that dance around, it seems to stay steady for just a little bit and then moves all over the place. That is because of the turbulence in the air. Now, the further you get away from that, the less it seems to dance around. So, but the closer you get to it, the more you can tell the turbulence. And here, look at the moons for this. Here's a couple moons right here. There's Jupiter's moons. That is very cool. All right. This won't be a long stream because if you're dialed in right, it doesn't take a long time to get planets. But I'm not sure how. I played with the focus, but because of the turbulence, the focus is not as good as I want. And this C6R is not a super, it doesn't have a fine focuser on it. So it gets a little wonky. But let's see what we can do here. We are going to take our gain down. Let's see here. Let's kind of zoom in on that. We don't want to get too close because then it'll get pixelated. Let's see here. We're just going to keep dropping our gain here so that sort of comes into focus. Oh, there it is. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It looks pretty close. It looks, a misconception that people have when they go to see a telescope. The moon is very big in a telescope. The planets are not very big. So Jupiter obviously is the biggest planet in our solar system. Now we have this 6-inch refractor on it with a 2x Barlow and a really good camera. The scope is mediocre at best, but it does the job. The focuser is kind of mediocre on it, but this is what it takes to get it this big in the lens. Now, if we were to do Saturn, it would literally be like half the size of this because it's further away. It would be very distinctful, but it would definitely be smaller. And when you have even down to a 3 to a 5-inch scope, you can really dial in visually. You can really dial in to see Saturn. It's really good, even with just a few different lenses. But when you're with the camera and you're trying to zoom it in and, it starts to get pixelated, it does. Oh, we can still see the moon over here. But this is pretty good. This isn't bad. It's jumping in and out of focus a little bit. Let's see here. I'm gonna up the gain. It looks like our focus is changing. Yes, it is. It's such a pain to do, especially when it changes like this. The temperature's dropping. It's down to 46 here in Arizona, and it is like the Arctic out there. I've got this giant parka on because that's how cold it is. So that is pretty good. Now we can go down here to our, the focus is really jumping out. Oh yeah, it's just steady getting worse. So But I did earlier. I cheated. I hate to do it, but I stacked it and I took a couple pictures of it earlier. We can try to stack it right now. I don't think it will do well. We could try it. No, it's pretty fuzzy. It's pretty fuzzy. It looks pretty good on the stream though, I can tell. But here on my screen, it's a little fuzzy. But we'll let that stack up a little bit. It doesn't take long. Although, because we're in video mode, we've got like 33 frames and only like 8 output. It does it very quickly. We'll do a little bit of LHDR on it to try and pull the moons out. But all in all, not too bad. Some nights are just better than others. It's super clear out here tonight, but the turbulence is pretty rough. All right. So earlier today, or just a little while ago, let's see if we can find it. Okay. There's a picture I took earlier. It's definitely a lot cleaner. I think this one's pretty good also. These are a couple different stacks I did, trying a couple different focus points. That one's pretty good. You can see the red spot there clearly, and the bands. It looks pretty good, and the moon right there. It's really good. Let's see what this I think the last one. The last one's pretty good. That's a LHDR stack. That one actually turned out pretty good. That looks really good right there. Nice banding. Yeah. Actually, our stack right now has not turned out too bad either. So you can't like totally zoom in on them because they just get pixelated. You can see all the pixels here. You got to kind of go out good enough to where it's like you can see it. It's kind of like watching a video on your phone. But hey, that's pretty good. I mean, that's a pretty good size in the screen for Jupiter. I'm super happy with that, and that's the live image right now. It's really good. If we took one of these, we could definitely pull the moons out with this. Let's see here. I'm going to go into... Oh, let's go to our live scene processing. Let's see if we can... let's see. Let's just adjust the curve. I don't want to do it too much because it'll make the planet all wonky looking. No, I don't think we're going to be able to. Oh, there goes the there goes the moons popping out, but I don't think we're going to be able to do that. Let's see here. Let's see if we can do our range. Oh, no, we can't. Yeah, it doesn't leave you really... The planets are weird. I'm not a planet expert by any means. Now we can do the range until we get rid of that weird hue. I think it kills a little bit of the moon right there, but it does get that halo out from around the planet. You can see it takes the halo out around the planet, and it actually looks a little sharper. But that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. All right. There it is, everybody. Jupiter. I think that's actually, I think we had, let's look in our files here. Let's go back to this. Let's go into our file folders. Now, if you look right here, these are all the targets that we've done. either online or not on. There's a lot of stuff there. Let's see here. Let's see here. There's Jupiter right there. Okay, so it looks like this is a picture we published not that. When was this? This was, oh, this was the first picture we took. Let me see. 9/7/21, the first picture. Hey, that's pretty good, right? That's pretty good. But that is with Clyde, and that I believe is at F10 or F11 or whatever he is, and then a little enhancement. So that's pretty good. It definitely looks different than it does now, doesn't it? Isn't that amazing? That's really cool. It is changing. Let's see here, and then today it kind of looks like that. I actually think this one looks a little better because you can see the red spot a little bit better. There's the red spot there. I believe I had a lot of manipulation on this one to try and get it to look pretty good. Definitely good banding there. But this one definitely has some better banding on it for sure. Very cool. Very cool. And then let's see here. We did do, I believe that's it for... Yeah, that's it. That's when we did it. And then let's see here. Now, this is when we didn't know what we were doing, and Saturn and Jupiter had a convergence, and they were together in the same field of view. Let's see here. Let's see. I don't have any. I should actually put some of these on. Let's see if we can see right here. Look at that. This was when Saturn and Jupiter were in the same eyepiece. And I believe we took these with our phone. I believe so. We were using a phone camera at the time. Isn't that crazy? But that's super cool. Let's see here. That's probably, I don't know if that's the best one or not. There's another good one. Very cool, very cool. And then let's see here, Saturn. Oh, so our only Saturn picture is on 9/7 of 2021. That's pretty good though, right? Now, I don't think that was with Clyde. 21. I have to have my co-host consult her because I'm sure she knows. That might have been with our Meade 12-inch when we first started. I believe it was. I think that's why we have everything at F10 because we didn't have a Hyperstar system back then. The Meades are not set up for it. Only the Celestron. So that's very cool. It's pretty good. Now, if you look at it now. I believe the rings are almost flat to look at them now. Everything is constantly changing. But there it is, everybody. Jupiter. How exciting. Yeah, telescope's done. It's doing pretty good. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. So it's definitely good, and it's definitely good for the moon. I don't think where is the moon? I don't even have Stellarium on this computer because the C6R is controlled by the computer behind me. It's better to have them on two computers, so this way we're not getting we're not getting confused on what computer's doing what. Where is the moon? Oh, it's all the way over southwest. Anyway, all right. Well, there we have it. All right, I told you it was going to be a quick stream, but there we are. There's Jupiter and some of its moons. And this is the live shot right here. Very cool. Very cool. All right, everybody. I'm going to try and let this run tomorrow with the sun out. Oh, I have it right here. I'm going to show you since you're on here. This actually is pretty cool. Let's see here. I want to go down here to the sun. Now today, right when I came back in, I looked down, and what do you think flashed across the sun while I was out here doing some stuff? A plane had crossed the sun. My son's going to get me some video captures off of my stream, but here we go. Check that out. That doesn't happen very often. That is super cool. We posted that on Facebook. If you know what kind of plane that is, chime in. I don't know. It's a big jet, but it looks pretty cool. That is amazing. The sun was amazing today. Look at these flares coming off of here. Look at that. And just think, the Earth is smaller than these little flares. That's how big the sun is. It's crazy. That is super cool. What a super cool picture. You know what? I just caught that out of the corner of my eye when I was in here today. I looked down and saw that. Only if you would have sat there and stared at the whole screen at this stream and never took your eyes off of it, because it's over in a matter of like a second. It goes through there, and I just caught that with my eye. Very cool indeed. I'm stoked about that. But all right, everybody, there we are. There's Jupiter looking good. We've got a couple pictures to post. That looks really good right there. I'm super happy. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining in. I just wanted to I was a little bit inspired to do this after our telescope winners went out there and did this, because I don't do these enough. You know, we're always so enthralled with nebulas and star clusters and stuff here. And I know our beautiful co-host loves these things. And we're gonna get this pictured up and put it on our Facebook page, so she has some eye candy too. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining in our quick stream. Been about a half hour, and I'll see you. I don't know if I'll host tomorrow, but I think the stream will be on, and then we'll see you then. Good night.